welcome to episode 10 of the Mingled Yarncast. That's right, episode 10. It's a milestone episode, and kind of thought I would have been at episode 10 before a year passed by, but it is also. We're just past the anniversary of the first episode, so wow, that's pretty amazing. I'm Steven, your host, and you can find me on social media as KnitFen on Ravelry and Instagram. And today, this is going to be somewhat of a brief episode, I think, because I really just want to talk to you about my progress with the Mystery Knit-Along, the Westknits Mystery Knit-Along, and a little bit about Rhinebeck and Woolen Folk coming up. So, had to get some information to everybody, and I hope you will enjoy. So, let's start with a recap of some things that have happened recently, fun things in life. I recently, as I told you in the last episode, went to the Met Opera a couple of times to see, first to see Verdi's Requiem, which was beautiful and really, really just a wonderful experience to hear that piece with such an amazing chorus. I've sung it twice and hopefully sounded as good as they did, but it's only the second time I've ever sat to listen to it, and I really enjoyed that. And then I also saw a week later Nabucco, Verdi's Nabucco. First time seeing that, and got to hear the very famous Va Pensiero chorus sung, and it was stunning. It was really, really beautiful. They had this set tableau, and all of the chorus was on the set, almost looked like a mountainside fortress, sitting there in these pastel costumes and just singing it very still. And it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. What else? I think maybe that's it for now. So let's talk about the Westknits MKAL. Blah, 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 blah. The Westknits MKAL, the Mystery Knit-Along. So if you are doing the knit-along, if you are participating, or if you are just following along online, you already know that there has been a little bit of controversy at the start, although things seem to have smoothed over at this point for the most part. So I thought that I would be doing more MKAL episodes like this. I wanted to do one after every clue, and I finished the first clue last week, a week ago, actually, on last Sunday. And I was ready to do it then, but Stephen West put out a message that he would prefer that nobody use the first clue as it was originally published at all. So I guess I should sum this up a little bit because there may be those of you watching who don't know what's going on. I don't want to take too much time on it, but the gist of it is this. When the first clue came out, a lot of people, including myself, I should say, when I first swiped through somebody's post about it and I saw the completed clue, I kind of went, oh, is that what I think it is? And it's not what I thought it was, because what it first looked like to me at first glance, and this is what has gotten people upset, it kind of resembled a swastika. And now many other people said they didn't see that at all, but many people did. As I said, did. It kind of made me gasp when I first saw it. And not one, I wanted to know, like, is it just me? So I showed it to some other friends, people who don't even knit, and I was just like, I said, here's a project I'm working on. What do you think about it? And they looked and they went, so I knew it wasn't just me. And then later on, when I was told by friends to check out the Ravelry group, because they said, did you see the drama that's happening? And I said, no, I hadn't, but I kind of already know what it's going to be. And it was that. And so, there was a really a beautiful effort by people initially to change things about the pattern to make it not look like that at all, not even slightly. And of course, it was not Stephen West's intention to make that appear there. Many people simply saw a Celtic knot. So, I mean, it's one of those things, like that blue dress, black dress, or white and gold, green and black, is that what it was a few years ago, where you saw one thing or you saw another and everybody was arguing about it? There's a bit of that going on. I myself don't see the Celtic knot. I just see the other thing. But I totally respect that other people do, because Stephen West and his test knitters didn't see it either. So anyway, but because so many people were, he asked that he retracted that first pattern. Well, before that, he put it on an alternative, and many people then also came to the task, as I was saying, of fixing it up, the first one. But because there was still resemblance and still, I guess, bad feeling about it, he then said, okay, no, the alternate clue is the only clue. And of course, stressing that people can knit whatever they want, it's your knitting, but he did ask that if anyone was sharing photos officially as part of the MKAL, that they should only post them if they were following the new clue one. And certainly on the feeds that he manages, he said that he would be removing any that did not follow that one. He let people know up front. I didn't really have a problem with that, but I was, as many people were. I mean, there was a roller coaster of emotions that people felt going through this, as I was chatting with people in person and online, and I too went through a lot of different feelings about it. I had already completely changed up my clue one to be something very unique, and I should say too, it was a fun thing to make. Like I don't know if it's intarsia, I don't know if it's entrelac, I don't know what kind of knitting he had us doing, but whatever it was new to me, and I liked the experience of making it. So I would like another pattern, it's Stephen West, if you're listening, something else that uses all of that in a very non-controversial way, because the pattern itself, the techniques and the skills were really, really fun to put to use. But anyway, so as I said, I had already completed that, fixing it up my own way, and then he asked that people not use it at all, and I was like, oh, but I'm done, and I like it, and it looks really good. And I showed it to other people, and they all said it didn't look like a hate symbol at all, and but then last Monday, he put out a video that I felt was a very heartfelt video, in which, among other things, he mentioned a woman feeling like she wanted to give this to her grandmother but couldn't because her grandmother was a Holocaust survivor. And according to him and according to the video, that was sort of a moment of just, nope, we're not doing this anymore. And when I heard that, and when I really thought about the message behind it all, and also just sort of the message and the meaning of doing this mystery knit along, the fact that it is supposed to be something that we're all doing together, and sharing things communally, more or less at the same time. Of course, everybody's on their own different schedule, but you start to see a lot of things being shared at the same time, and because he's the captain of this ship, like, it is the Westknits mystery knit along. It's not the Knit Fen knit along. We haven't had one of those yet, but maybe we will one day. But anyway, being the spirit of the thing, I said, well, okay, I am just going to start again. And that's why it's taken me double the time to get through Clue 1. But I did finally finish it this morning. The funny thing is that the alternative clue, the new official clue, is it's much simpler in theory than the previous one, but it took me much longer. I don't know why that is, but it is. And anyway, I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. I'm not going to show the first one right now, just because, as I said, he asked that people not share that anything that's based on the original pattern. And I've kept it. I didn't frog it. I've kept it. And I might do something with it in the future. And maybe if I do, when all of this is done and, months from now, when we can all relax and laugh, I may bring it out and show it and work it into something new, or I may not. I don't know. But for right now, I'm not going to show it to you. But I will show you this. Here is my my completed Clue 1. And here's the other thing that I is really kind of amusing. Amusing's not the right word. Unfortunate, ironic. Something that's ironic. Now that I've seen Clue 2, I think Clue 2 looks better with this than it did with the original. With the original, and adding the clue to, which some of you will see soon enough. Oh, I forgot to say, spoiler alert. Oops. Well, I'll put something at the beginning. Sorry if you are doing this and you hadn't seen Clue 1 already. But anyway, yeah. So Clue 2 adds. Okay, so the whole thing, is square, but it's really a diamond because it's going to be kind of like this. Okay, and there's going to be stripes that go additionally out this way and out this way, following the edge here. So two basically big chevrons, as if the whole thing is continuing to pulsate, right? And with this configuration and these concentric squares, is that the right word for squares that are tucked into one another? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to use it. Concentric squares. It radiates outward, and it's already radiating, right? I mean, this already gives the illusion of depth. And it already has that. So the previous clue, both in its original form and in the modified form that I was doing and many other people did, kind of swirls. There was some movement happening, but I like this a lot better. A lot better. And so the irony is Stephen West probably could have just used this from the get-go. Maybe he was planning to. Maybe that was the goal, and then he wanted to make something more complex. I don't know. But I like it better. So that's great. That's very great. And now that I'm making this video, I can finally start to work on it and add those Clue 2 stripes to it. I'm also going to be doing... Where did I put it? Here it is. Clue 2 involves a mohair dare. What's that, you say? A mohair dare? Yes, a mohair dare, where you can choose to add some mohair, hold it along with your yarn, and it gives some additional fluff and softness to your piece. So I went to West Village Knit and Needle, and I got some Life in the... I always say this wrong. Life in the Long Grass. I always want to say Life in the Tall Grass. Isn't that a Fleetwood Mac song? Tall grass. Okay, yeah. Anyway, Life in the Long Grass. And it looks a little grassy. This is the colorway Hillside. And it's got some yellow and green mixed together. And I think when I hold this together with this and add some stripes, it's going to have a really nice texture and a really nice, a little more glow and shine to it. It's going to sparkle a bit more. I think. I hope. We'll see. Hopefully I'll get started on that today. Also, doesn't this look nice against my orange sweater? I'm wearing this sweater for a reason too, which I will talk about in just a moment, but I'm kind of enjoying the color combos here. Oh, that doesn't really... there we go. Ta-da! The greens and the oranges. Okay, so that's that. I should also say that this is, I mentioned it in the previous episode, but this is Stephen West's West Wool Bicycle yarn. And don't ask me what all the colors are. Okay, wait, maybe I remember. Pickle Juice is the bright one. One of these is olive and one of these is avocado. And I don't remember which is which. And the darkest one is Wellington. What's that? Great. Okay, now, Rhinebeck. So this weekend, coming up, and this week, I suppose, are all of the events leading up to the Sheep and Wool Festival in Rhinebeck, New York, at the Dutchess County Fairgrounds. Rhinebeck itself, the dates of the fair, I believe, are for most people, it'll be Saturday and Sunday. There are some classes and things to take on the Friday, but I think if you haven't already signed up for a lot of those, they might be already full. Of course, look and see. Don't take my word for it, because I could totally be wrong. But also that week, there's the Indie Untangled Yarn Festival, and there is the Wool and Folk Yarn Festival. And I'm going to be going to Wool and Folk. I won't make it to Indie Untangled this year, but I will be there for the very first time. I've never been before. I'm really excited about that. I guess it's actually kind of a new festival. It's only in its third or fourth year, as I understand. And so, and it's in a new location in Catskill, New York, and that's a place I've never been, so I'm looking forward to that. I will be heading up there on Friday, and then on Saturday, going to Rhinebeck. And so, all of this is to say, if you, fair viewer, are also going to be at Rhinebeck or at Woolen Folk, look me up. Try to find me. I'm going to make myself known to you by wearing this bright orange, lovely sweater. Let me pull these sleeves down for now. A word on that. I know I appreciate that many of you said after the last episode that I should wear the that I should wear my lacy top that I was working on. And I thought, that's very nice of people, and you did inspire me to go back to work on it. And I thought that I would do more work on it this week after I finished the Clue 1, but since I did Clue 2, two Clue 1s, I didn't go back to it. But I'm not going to wear it because it has gotten cold here. It's fall. It's definitely fall. We are not in a warm spell right now, and which is why I have this sweater on at the moment and feel very comfortable. So I'm not going to wear the lacy top. Sorry, folks, but maybe we'll see each other next summer, and then you'll see me wearing it. But I am going to wear this because it's bright, it's colorful. I've not already worn it to Rhinebeck, even though I did make this a few years ago. This is the, hold on here, so you can see it all. This is the Atlas sweater, Atlas pullover by Josh Bennett, and I made it using yarn from Blue Fiber Company. And remember, I mentioned in the last episode the lacy top that I made also with Blue Fiber Company yarn, also in this colorway, which is called Corton. And this is I love this sweater because it is exactly what I wanted it to be. I wrote to Josh at Blue Fiber and said, look, here's what I'm looking for. Can you make it? And he said, well, I can sure try. And he dyed up a bunch of samples and had me look at them. And this is all actually during lockdown period, a couple of years ago now. And he finally hit it just the right note. And it is perfect. I love this color. I love this sweater. And in all honesty, if I were to make it again, I'm sure I would make it better. It was one of the first sweaters I made, and it is imperfect, but aren't we all? So, yeah. Which is not to say that I wouldn't like it to be more perfect. I would. But I didn't necessarily do the collar the right way, and it was probably I think, the first thing I ever seamed together. And my seams are a little... But whatever, I'm going to wear it anyway. Because, like I said, it's bright. I'll wear it to Rhinebeck, and you, if you're watching, you will be able to find me. However, I will also make a point of being at the Podcaster Hill for an hour or so. I'm thinking 2 o'clock would be the best time to go there because, as I recall from Rhinebeck's in the past, at lunchtime, that lunch line gets really long, and you can get trapped there for a while. So pack a lunch, one. But if you don't pack a lunch and you are going to wait for food, do it early. But if you wait for lunchtime and there's 1,000 people there, then I still want you to be able to come say hello. So I will be there at the Hill at 2 to 3. And I will also, as I said, be at Woolen Folk. So if you're going to be there, look for me. I've never been, and I don't know how it's set up. I guess there's probably something similar, but I don't know what it is in terms of a meeting spot or what to tell you. So all I'm going to tell you for that is that I will be there, and I would love for you to come and say hello and just stop me. I mean, I'm just looking at yarn. I'm not going to be doing anything so terribly, terribly important that requires all of my undivided attention. It's perfectly fine to come up and say hello. Please do, though, realize that I don't know everybody's names. I feel really, really awkward when I'm at these things and I see people that I know online and I look at them from askance and like, I know who that is. I know that person. I know them, but I don't know them. And I just feel awkward. I'm kind of a shy person actually in real life. And yeah, so if you come up to me, just, make sure you tell me what your name is in real life, but also your name that you go by online so I can be sure to find you or recognize you. And yeah, so say hello, don't be a stranger. And I'm looking forward to meeting a whole lot of people. And I appreciate everybody that's been watching these episodes. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to saying hello to you in person. Um, what will I be wearing at Woolen Folk? That was the next thing. So here we go. Let me snap my fingers. Oh, wait. I probably should have said snap my fingers first and then snap. So I'm going to snap my fingers. I love changing clothes like that. I wish life were always that easy. Okay, so Woolen Folk. I'm planning to wear this. My beloved Saint Brigid sweater. This is an Alice Starmore pattern. I've talked about it before. It's using Alice Starmore's line of Hebridean yarn. And it's the Selkie colorway, which has these fun, just oil slick colors happening in it. I love this sweater. However, this is the sweater that I wore to Rhinebeck last year, so I'm not going to wear it there this year. God forbid you show up with the same thing twice. But I've not worn it to Woolen Folk, so I'm going to wear it there. And if you are looking for me there, then look for this sweater and, the glasses. And I'm 5'7". I'm not that tall. So, anyhow, yeah. I will see you at one of those two or both of those two places, and I really look forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend ahead, and I can't wait to see you all. And I think that's it for right now. That puts us at, where's the timer on this thing? Oh, just over 20 minutes or so. So perfect. Perfect. A quick episode just to catch you up. Once I get through Clue 2, I will do another. And after Rhinebeck and Woolen Folk, I will also do another to recap those experiences. So I will see you all then. Until then, be well.